Okay, we're gonna do a couple YouTube videos. It's gonna be a three-part series for now at least of ways to make money for players who are joining the game, wanting to know how to make easy money at certain levels, stuff like that. So the first one you're gonna have is this New York level 8 place when you get there, Emerald Lake. You're gonna be wanting to use a rod meant for walleye, just anything for walleye, and then you're gonna use a narrow spoon, and you're gonna want to use this one because you will be fishing nights too. And then the other thing I would suggest is also having I don't know if I have one set up. I don't. Do I have a template for it? No. So let's quickly make one. We use that. Fuck it. That will work. Was that 20? That will work fine. And then, do I have 20 mono with me? I do. Let's just use a little bit from here though. And then we need hooks. What's what I normally use? Or used? Was it 4? Might have been 4. Really, any hook works. And then you're just going to be using small minnows. That's basically the setup. And then just go here. And you're instead of doing one day, so let's say you fill your bag the one day. Instead of leaving after that, just advance to the next day using whatever button you use to switch times or whatever. For PlayStation, it's square, if you're sticking with normal settings. For Xbox, that's whatever your left of your 4 buttons are. I don't know what it is. And then just come down, you go here. Make sure the time you're fishing is the maximum time. And then you can fish into the night too. But this is for anyone who's in between 8 to whatever St. Croix opens up at 30 or something like that. So my other account that I am trying to do without buying any packs, because this one I bought a pack on, I'm just grinding here. So what you're going to do is you're going to find your rod holder. Let's quickly go into a private one. Come on, game. Thank you. And then we just go down to here. Whatever rod holder you have, as the beginning, you're just going to have the normal one. You set that up. You take this, and you see that large tree right there? Set this to, I like 60. And then just cast basically straight at that tree with this. I will say the float setup is not as fast for catching the walleyes as your spoon's going to be. And then just go grab whatever rod you're using with the spoon. Do the same thing. Let it sink all the way to the bottom. And then basically, you're just gonna stop and go the whole way back. Easy and effective. The one thing I will say is make sure your keep net is as big as you can every time, because that way you make more money for each day. And then yeah, each walleye is 400 bucks. I mean, they're roughly anywhere between 2 to 4 pounds. So, but they're easy to catch. They make really good money and really good XP for those lower levels. Now what I'm using is definitely overkill. You don't need anything this heavy just because the walleye are not unique in here. But this is the easiest way to catch the walleyes. So there, done, easy. A 2.6 pound fish, you know, 330 bucks. And that's not even a trophy. So it's that easy. What were we there for, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds? So make sure you have lots of small minnows, and then just keep going. I haven't tried out a lot of techniques with the reeling portion of this. You normally get hit anywhere between the 80 to the dock really range, as long as the time is the right time, which it might not have. I did not check that. But you will get perch here too. The perch are closer to the dock. Already going down again. I put it out there 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago. It's this simple. The daytime, the minnows can work better sometimes, but in the nighttime, the minnows I find are rarely ever getting hit. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Look at that, 2-pound walleye, easy. Now it does cost 3,000 to come here, so you're gonna want to make enough money to pay for that and the 500 to go to the next day. So make sure that your keep net or your string or whatever you're using is big enough that you're going to be able to make enough money. That's the one thing I will say. Yeah, so this is kind of just a uniform day, but because it's raining, it should be fine. So if there was a heightened period, you'd want to fish that and just do the stop and go method with a narrow spoon. I like the heavier spoon just because it stays lower to the bottom where the walleye are going to be. But if you're not fishing for walleye, you might want a lighter spoon. You can keep it in the middle of the water column or whatever you're fishing for, right? So, but that's what I've noticed is the easiest way to do it. Anywhere between level 8 to whatever St. Croix's at. The next video we're going to post out will be part 2. Will be about St. Croix. I won't tell you guys the species yet. But anyone who plays this game probably knows the species. And then part 3 will be most likely the Congo, just because you can make 200,000 there. But you do have to be a high level. That's the only thing. So, but if you're looking for easy money when you get to higher levels and faster XP, it's really easy to do it. And it's so simple. So, but yeah. This is surprisingly slow for what it normally is. I'm also not at a peak period, so that doesn't help. But at a peak period, you'll get one every cast on the spoon, basically. I'll show that right now, actually. We'll just go do it. We'll reel this up and we'll just switch days and hope that the next day will be better, because I don't really need the 3 grand anyways. So this is where you can go in, or we'll just go to the night. So this will be your prime time for anyone who's new to the game. You want to switch to that, which for PlayStation is square, which is your far left button on your controller out of the 4 that will be on the right side. For PC, I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. But you can always find that out in your settings when you press your options button. And if you guys have any other ideas or want to know anything else content-wise, have video ideas for me, let me know. I do stream on Twitch at Moose24 R2 _. And then I play many different games. It's all sorts of different stuff. Bit of Fortnite, Apex, COD, Fishing Planet, Hunter Call the Wild, Path of Titans, all sorts of different things. So you guys just let me know what type of content you guys want to see, and we'll go from there. But yeah, look at that. We literally just put that in on a heightened period. And there's a walleye. Now you guys don't need really good stuff to fish here. You just need to be able to fight anywhere between a 2 to a 5 pound fish. And a spoon, the narrow spoon's pretty cheap, works well. I would get the night vision one, which will have that moon on it, just because I think it's easier for the fish to see. I think it's one of those glow ones. And I like the heavier one because it gets deep out in the middle, but if you guys want to experiment and do more, go for it. Just let me know. Damn, the minnows are doing well compared to what they normally do. That's great. I find each day can be different too, because they are fish, right? They really made this pretty realistic for the most part. So each day can be different, but yeah, like it's easy way to make money in a short period of time. And it's really good XP when you're at a lower level. Like, to jump up a couple levels, if you do the whole 5-day thing, you'll easily go up a couple levels if you're starting at this spot as soon as you can get it, basically. See if we can't show that the spoon works too here, because it doesn't. They don't want to cooperate today. I don't know. Should get hit somewhere in here, though. We might not get a chance to. That float's gonna go down again, probably. He dropped it. Now you guys can press R1 when you have 2 fish on too, to swap out. It makes you go to the other rod and your rod selection. You just have to then use your D-pad, for anyone who doesn't know that. So if you're on a boat or something where you have rod stands, pressing your R1 button can make you switch to the other rods that are there. That way you can pick them up, set the hook, let it down, and then just juggle the rods. Just remember, you got to keep the line tension. I roughly do anywhere between 4 to 5 seconds on the line tension. That way, you don't lose the fish. But yeah. We'll bring this in because we probably got robbed of our bait. We'll see. Did we? Yeah, we did. You can tell if you miss a fish and you look up when you reel it in if your bait number goes down. I think I use 2 speed normally when I'm fishing this. Maybe that's why I wasn't getting them. I wasn't doing fast enough speed. That could have been the issue. Yeah, see? I wasn't doing a fast enough speed. I use anywhere between 2 to 3 speed on the spoon. That's why I wasn't getting them. But there you go. There's a 3-pound walleye, and it's $500. Use the 2 times speed on your spoons, and it will do so much better. And we nailed that fish, kind of what I said, in between 80 to the dock, right? So yeah, the 2 times speed is where it's at. I forgot about that. It can be 2, it can be 3. Each fish has a different fussy level, right? So just experiment with each fish. If you have a kayak or something where you have a graph, use your graph, because your graph shows you where the fish are technically. And I would trust the graph for the most part. You just won't know what type of fish it is, but you can roughly go off of the size of what you see on the graph. It's pretty close. The only thing I will say is I do think it picks up minnows, because there are minnow species in this game to catch, so you do have to be careful of that and watch for that. So if you're trying to catch perch or something, you might be fishing a school of minnows for all you know. So just watch for that. But yeah, this is a really easy way to make money. Like I've been streaming for 15 minutes. That's how long the YouTube video's been, and I was doing poorly, and I have 1,600 bucks already. Like you can't do that anywhere else at a low level like 8. It's a really easy way to make a lot of money really fast at low levels. That's what I would do personally. But if you have other techniques, feel free to let me know. I'll go try them and test them and see if I can make it any better. But yeah, this will be part 1 of most likely a part 3 series, unless I can find other spots to make really good money. But yeah, there you go. There's part 1.